Hi, and welcome to the very first Whaka 100 podcast for 2026 and season 5. I'm your host, Richard Greer from TeamCPNZ. And in this podcast, we talk to Thomas Falconer, who is looking for a bit of redemption in this year's Whaka 100 event after not quite hitting the time cutoffs last year. Thomas has some serious unfinished business this year. So in this podcast, we talk about what happened last year and what he's doing to make sure that he's more prepared this time around. I pre-recorded this chat with Thomas yesterday, and I have to say, of all the podcast interviews that I've done over the years, this one was a pretty fun one to do. You just wait until you hear the reason why I might be bringing the pet lambs up to the event. Along with some good yarns, this podcast is also about getting you organised for race day as well, around your training, nutrition, mental skills, gear, etc., educating you along the way. If you're wanting a bit more than what we're giving you this year, we've got 4 other seasons of podcasts, so definitely recommend jumping back into the archives and having a bit of a listen to what's gone on before. There's heaps of good stuff that we've previously done. As at TeamCPNZ, we coach. That's basically what our job is, coaching people to do endurance stuff. So we do all sorts of different things, and Whaka 100 is one of our key big events that we help people for. So if you're a mountain biker taking on this challenge and I was to start working with you, there's a couple of key things that I'd look to try and, I guess, dial in, make sure that you're doing. Number one, seems a bit boring, but it's consistency. Are you consistent with your training? Your body adapts to what you constantly do. So if you're sitting down, for example, all day, every day, for your job, etc., commuting to and from work, your muscles adapt to that posture. You get tight hip flexors, your butt muscles kind of disappear as it gets squashed and sat on. Your body adapts to that. Your body is awesome at adapting to training, but it's also adapting to sitting on the couch and not doing too much. So if you're looking to do the Whaka 100, 25 miler, 50, kids race, whatever, you need to make sure that you're getting out the door on a regular basis. You're riding your bike regularly. The best thing that you can do, I think, is commuting. If you can commute, it means you're getting on your bike and you're battling headwinds, you're racing other commuters, you're just out there doing it when maybe some days you don't necessarily want to. One thing we do at TeamCP is I run a group Zwift session. So if you've got a Zwift and a Zwift account, that's something that you can jump into. We have 25, 30, 40 riders kind of thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, without fail, turning up. We have an audio app that I can talk to everybody. People can talk back, a bit of banter. And there's also a couple of settings that we do to make sure that everyone is working at the same level. So it doesn't matter how fit you are, you can just turn up. So that's about developing the engine side of things. The other side of it, it's not just about the engine. You've got to have some skills for the Whaka 100 too. So you need to be getting on your mountain bike. Obviously, trails are a bit of an issue being the depths of winter, but that's something that you need to be thinking of, building that confidence, enjoying riding your mountain bike, hanging out with friends, all that good stuff as well. So my second tip, consistency was number one, as I've talked about. But the second thing I'd look to do from a getting you organised perspective is around simulating race day. That's ultimately what your training is about, building up to getting ready to do this thing. So with that in mind, you need to have a think about how long this is actually going to take you. You need to think about the terrain that you're going to be riding. You need to think about your nutrition. You need to play with your gear. You need to figure out your pacing. All those things will come as a result of a big day in the hills. You might not have the opportunity to get to Rotorua. You might. That's amazing. Definitely go and ride the course. Go and suss that out. But one thing as a way to simulate that I really enjoy is setting up a training camp. So whatever you do, if it's once, twice, 3 times, so definitely everybody should do once. Twice, great. 3 times, awesome. But if you can put on the family calendar, circle it, block it out, then you've got something to basically shoot for. You can figure out what the weather's going to do. You might have a bit of a backup date potentially. But if you can ride your bike like the race, that's amazing. But as I mentioned, that training camp idea, go and ride your bike over a couple of days. Go and do a bike packing trip potentially. Go for a trip to Rotorua. Stay there for the weekend. Ride on Friday night when you arrive. Ride a big day on Saturday, and then get up before you leave on Sunday and do another ride around the forest kind of thing. Do something that's a little bit more, but then make sure that you do have a few days off to rest, recuperate, recover, look after yourself before you get back up and running again. So something to think about. Hopefully that's of use to you. So simulating things, and then also looking to try and be consistent across the course of your build-up as well. So without further ado, I will hand it over to that interview that we did yesterday with Thomas, and I know that you're going to enjoy this one. So settle back, relax, and all the best with your training. And actually, before I go, if there's anything you need help with, if you do want to jump into those WIF sessions, feel free to jump into our Instagram page, Messenger, our website, book a call button, all those sort of things. Flick me a message and I'll help you out with that as well. Look after yourselves and enjoy riding your bike. Cheers, team. Thomas, welcome to the show, also known as Stumpy in the mountain bike world. How are you getting on today?
Oh, good, mate. Good. Just come back fresh from a bit of a training ride, which has been good.
Good. So you're a Rotorua local? So you're riding around the forest today, were you?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I live about a 10-minute ride from the forest edge.
Perfect.
Which is a bit of a bonus to living here.
A couple of questions on that. Trails. Favourite trail and then favourite trail in the Whaka. Are they the two different things or the same thing?
Oh, okay. So I have a favourite trail in our forest, and I have like a top 3 favourite trails.
Okay.
So
what have you got?
Okay, so here we go. So my favourite trail here in Rotorua is Tohotoriki. I just like the undulation and the up down and all the but also like the rootiness and the native feel of it. To me it's a big one. Another equally as epic trail but not in the natives is Tohunya. It means the treasure, and it's actually in the Whaka 100. In fact, it's in within the first 10 Ks of the 100, and and it's something that I remember last year. I'm like, oh, it's my favorite trail. I just heard balls, guns blazing through it. I'm like, no, we're not supposed to do that. Calm down.
Whoa.
Yeah,
perfect. Calm it.
Yeah, and so, but my favorite trails outside of Rotorua are I love Rude Rock in Queenstown. Big fan.
Okay. Yep.
It's just nice flowy trail and like epic views and it's just fun. And then heli biking Mount Royal in the Mount Richmond Forest Park, which is
okay.
Yeah,
good. Lots of good stuff. So in terms of you're coming back to the Whaka 100 is the plan. So what's the motivation for turning up to doing the Whaka 100 again? You were on the start line last year. Tell us about that.
My motivation for doing it again is that it's unfinished business. I put a lot of work in and hyped up me doing it, and in the sense of amongst my friends, but I'm doing the Whaka 100. I'm training for it. I put a lot of effort in. I lost a bit of weight at the time, but I obviously also had no idea on certain aspects that were going to really hurt my timing on coming out the right pace. I thought I was on a good pace where it mattered for me, but then it came down to the crunch. I wasn't. So coming out at 92 Ks with an hour of spare getting cut off, giving the course manager a bit of an earful at the time, felt a bit bad. So gave him a couple of box of beers a few days later. But I need to get it done. It's unfinished business, and the Whaka 100 here in Rotorua is like, it's almost like a rite of passage, I would call it, for me. Like, I feel like as a local, it's something I need to do, have to do, or want to do. And a lot of other friends that of my friends have done it. So it's like, I need to do it. So
you've seen it, you've been around it, you know it, and as we're saying, like your favorite trail is in the first 10K, so you know the forest, you know where you are. So that's the reason why you need to come back and actually get it done this time, isn't it? Because of some unfinished business last year. So, I mean, one thing that happens when we turn up and we're not successful, we don't achieve what we want to achieve, is that you learn some stuff, don't you? Like, it's a learning experience. So what were some learnings that you took from that you'll look to try and adjust, do differently this time around?
Okay, so that's interesting you asked me that question, because like I said, I learned a lot from last year, and the things I've learned are that I need to speed up my times within the feed zones and the water stops. I need to just stop flapping around. I know you're there to have a quick break, but don't just fill up your drink bottle, let's grab what you need to go and move and just crack on. You can lose a lot of time through that, can't you? Like if you're doing 4 different stops, it could be 20 minutes, can't it? It's a long, 5 minutes is all of a sudden just gone like that. I easily deleted 10 minutes at the 44K zone.
Yeah.
That feed zone. I came in there with the most horrendous cramping I've ever felt in my life. And in my quad, the low of my quads, it was like someone was putting like a vice and just pushing on the inside of my leg. It was so painful. And I had and I was just, it was a chronic pain. So I came into the air and I just need to stop. I just need to take a break and let this settle and knock back a bunch of sodium tablets and have another gel and slam back some water and then crack on. But while I was in that 44K point, I got to watch Emma Batum do her pick she was coming through, and it was real neat to see someone like her, a veteran in the endurance cross-country racing like this, just
and winning the miler.
Winning the miler
and towards the top 10 of the men, like super, like very good athlete and knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I take my hat off to her. She is like, she's bonkers, but good on her. She's got that dialed. So it was real cool to see, real neat to see how fast she was moving through that process, because she wants to win. She wants to break her own records or what have you. That was, so I found that kind of a little bit inspiring in the sense of, got to pick up the pace on the actual, the feed zone, have it thought out, have it on lock and move through it. So
how fast was she? Well, what did she do? Talk us through what she did.
So I know that she had a support person there, which you were allowed, or there was someone assisting the milers. It must have been someone assisting the milers. And she came in and they had her bag, they kind of had her bag a little bit ready. They were kind of stuffing around a little bit, but you could see she was flustered, but also keeping composure at the same time, which is like when you're at that level trying to get the job done and you're got some things aren't necessarily going to plan, is keeping a lid on it. Yeah. And I was just like, that's some pretty good on you. Well done.
So she's taking a minute, you're taking 10, you're lying on the ground in bits, and she's just refilled, gone.
It's like she's having a morning cup of tea.
Oh, good job. That's awesome. Okay, so speed up, remove the faff. Let's keep moving forward to the end goal. Anytime that you're stopped, you're not getting to the end.
That's right. One. Yeah. That's number one. And the other one is at the 75K point CP, I took another tenner because I reset myself. My whole I re-champion and all that jazz, and and I'm feeling good. So and I also stopped. I had another stop point at the 8 Mile Gate Road south end. My sister and my dad were there, just cheering me on. But my sister had her dog. It's a golden retriever, cross with a miniature poodle. So it's got wool, really soft, fluffy wool and fur. My hands are cooked. My hands are so sore, and my brain just goes, take the gloves off. I just want to rub my hands from his fur. So I did. It was really nice.
Give the dog a hug.
I just need some assist here. Thank you, Darcy. 10 points for that. Yeah,
that's pretty good. Maybe we could offer that out. Maybe we need to potentially offer that out to a few more riders that are in the pain game. Just give the dog a hug, and then life is a little bit better.
I feel like Animates should sponsor the Whaka 100 and have a couple of like puppies or dogs chilling at the feed zone, so that people can just give it. But I feel like if you saw a golden retriever, or if you saw a golden retriever or a fat black lab just chilling at the feed zone there, and they would just be stoked to see you, and you'd be stoked to see them. It will just, I feel like on a psychology point of view, it would really ramp you up and be oh man, this is cool, it's exciting, and it's you're not so worried about the fact that your butt's burning and your legs are feeling they're on fire. You're just okay, let's crack on now.
Yeah, maybe I should bring some pet lambs up on the plane. Shall I do that? And maybe they could be good. Yeah, good job. Okay, right. So so those are things. So you probably do that again by the sounds of it. It was a bit of an uplifting one. I have said to my sister, can you actually make sure you bring Darcy again and have him? But this time, if you want to meet me at the 75K point and walk in a bit further, that'd be great. But otherwise, I don't really. Yeah, I just want to see it. That's fine. Yeah, good stuff. And any other things that you look to try and do different on race day? Because it is a pacing job, isn't it? That's a big thing with this event. It's about making sure that you're as even as you can with your pace, not going crazy early. How did that go for you last year, and will you make any changes to that this time around?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my start wave. I got stuck behind a bunch of, because I'm used to training in the forest here. I know, say, Creek Trail, for example, at the very beginning, there's a big noodle box in there. And so if you don't know the lines, you can just get jammed up, and it jams your flow up. And I can do that check now without having to touch too much brake, because I just know the line choices to get through it smoothly. And once you get out of that, it's a bit, you've got a fire road that then spreads out some of the ridings. And I got stuck behind a bunch of riders in there, which, like, yes, it did tell me to chill out, but it got really annoying because I'm start stop, and it's just like, guys, come on, like, ride your bikes, for crying out loud, like, it's tricky. So it became a bit of forecast through there. Sorry to the older gentleman that I cut off who swore at me.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to podcasts. It'll be okay.
But yeah, I think that just getting the start right and like pacing correctly, like, and just chilling out. I just find a comfy spot that you're not burning through energy, and you're getting warmed up and just maintaining some kind of okay pace, and just getting settled in and allowing my body to just feel, not necessarily feel pain, but like understand that we're in for the long haul. Just take it easy and chill. So that's another thing.
Basically what you're saying is keep it smooth early. Last year you got caught up with some traffic, probably burnt some matches in the act of trying to pass people, but that meant that because you went harder than maybe you should have, and therefore that's probably what affected you in terms of coming up with cramp at the 44k mark, because you've stop start, actually keep it smooth, and then hopefully you'll be into the ride much better, and therefore feeling better towards the middle and back half of the ride.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like, I think as well, like, being in that back, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being in the last wave. If you've never done it before, that's all good. It's a safe place to be. But for me, being a local and knowing the trails, the backpack has a lot of, like, I'm guessing, Wellington City of cyclists just like coming and doing the Whaka 100 and like being like not knowing how to ride a bike properly or like at a pace. They can destroy you on the ups because they're used to this. But then when it comes to anything technical, they jam up, and that's what I feel like was happening. Because like I would come on the downs and I'm just cruising, just minding my business, like Tokarangi, for example, just minding my own business. But then I came to the ups and I was just like, cool, I'll see you guys. I'll pass you guys here and I'll see you on the ups. I'll see you soon. Like, it's all good. Like, and it became that throughout the day, and this little banter between me and Scott Chamberlain, because I keep passing him, he passed me, passing, and it happened all day.
Yeah, good. And that's what happens, isn't it? Like that happens a lot in the Whaka, actually, because of the technical nature of it. It depends where your strengths are, and it's nice to be able to be good on the down, that you know that you've got that coming. I think if I was to choose one or the other, I'd probably say the downhill would be the one I'd choose, but it does make it tough when you know that person's going to be coming back past you again as you just put the gap onto them. But is there anything you do differently from a training perspective this time around versus last time?
Consistency.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like making sure that I'm going out for a few rides a week, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Sunday. And and then like and getting the training right, and understanding also on a fueling side of it in the training, understanding what my body really needs when it needs it before it needs it. Like an example, sodiums, that cramping happened because didn't have enough salts in my system before the start of the race. It's not sunk in, not kicked yet, and not maintaining the amount of like sodium tablets taking at the, to keep up with it. It was because when I got to like, where was I coming up? I had cramping was non-existent at the 65k point from there on out. I was sound. I was sore, but no cramping because I'm just like eating pure nutrition, sodium, like the little thingies, like eating them like they're lollies, probably not supposed to, but I'm here, so it's fine. But like cramping, so like it's just understanding my body's needs more well ahead of time and implementing that into my training, and like also training to like eat food properly on the fly or at the right points, like where I can do it quite easily while I'm riding. Can't do it on a single track, obviously, but like on a fire road that's maybe like a cruisy up.
Yep, I can actually get something out there. Yeah, cool. So you're exactly right. Consistency is exactly the most important thing, because it's what your body often like does normally. That's what you adapt to. So people that commute often do pretty well because you're just riding your bike every day. You're battling with headwinds. You're racing other commuters, etc. So yeah, if you can get on your bike regularly 3 times a week through the course of your build up from kind of now on, you're going to be going well, aren't you? And the other piece that you've said around effectively simulating what your race day is going to be about in regards to what my nutrition, what I can cope with, is super cool as well. So then you know how you're going to pace yourself and how my nutrition will fit into that, and how I can actually do it. Awesome. What about the people that you met out there? You talked a little bit about Scott Chamberlain. You caught up with him. That was that one of the highlights of your race last year?
Yeah, I would speak so highly on the community of the event. Like, in the morning, I had music in my ears. I had music in my ears all day. And in the morning before race start, I was just listening to music, and I had some lady come up to me, and she was like, "What are you listening to?" Like, just out of the way. And it was Allegra, and she came up to me, and she's like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "Oh, I've got country music." She said, "What about you?" And she's like, "Oh, some D&B or rock or whatever it was." And we just had a laugh over it. And I was like, "Oh, classic." And she was like, "Yeah, I was meant to do the 50 yesterday, but I've been challenged to the 100." I had no idea that she'd been asked by what's his name, the guy who did the mental health.
Is it Andy? Is it? I think
Andy. That's right.
Yes.
No idea that she'd been challenged by Andy to do the 100. And like, she completed it, so obviously train for 50, do the 100, sweet ass.
Maybe you need to look at her music choice. Maybe you need a bit more of that.
Yeah, I think definitely. I come from a music family. I should have this on lock, but no. Country music all day, mate.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Country music. Can you just speed the beat up maybe a little bit? Is that what needs?
No. You do not want to do that. You wouldn't want to do not speed the beat up. No, that's bad. Get some D&B happening in there. Nothing like a Lee Matthews or Wilkinson blowing through your ears. No.
No, good job. So that community, like just having the support from the people that you meet out there. And
that's right.
You mentioned earlier that you've actually still in touch with a few of those people. That's pretty cool too.
So Scott, Allegra, and myself actually have like a group chat on Instagram, encouraging each other about the Whaka 100 to do it again, because Allegra's coming over to do it again, and Scotty was thinking about doing it. But that's all because we all met on the day, and I ended up riding with Allegra for quite a bit, from like 60 through to like 60 to like 70, 75. I rode with them to the end. And that was really nice. It was cool, and got to have a good chat, and it was just leisurely pace. It was wonderful. And then I passed Scott at one point. He passed me at that 44K point, and then I caught up to him again at No Brains. I was actually cruising because I really enjoy No Brains. It's a fun track, and I just cruising down there, all good. And he's off his, like, I'm not throwing any shade on Scotty, but he was off his bike and walking. Like, "Bro, you're good." He's like, "Yeah, I've got cramping. Like, just get on your bike and ride. Like, just do it." He's like, "No." And he's like blowing up and this, and he's just not having a great time. So you could just feel in his back of the head, he's totally over it. Like, yeah. But like but he also has the determination to get the job done. Like, he's just trying to. He's like me. It's unfinished business. He's get it done. So we've kind of all three of us come together, make friends, and like. It's obvious that like either Scotty lives in down in Taranaki, he'd come up and go for a ride and whatever. So I'm sure that'll happen in due course. But and Allegra lives over in Australia, and she's always talking about, "Come over to Australia, come to Derby and come do some riding." And we're like, "Yeah, like that sounds like fun. Like legit Derby sounds like the place to go." So like, yeah.
And that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, the connection. And well done for sort of like, often you're the best mates during the race, and then you never see that person again. But for you guys to actually connect afterwards, that's super cool. That's cool.
That's exactly right. And I was like,
rolling.
The other real neat thing is that and I like, this is to go out, a big shout out to like Belinda and Tim for putting on the Whaka 100. Like, they run such a tight ship, and like, but it's not just that. It's the environment, the vibe, the energy, but also like when you're riding out the trail, you've got these little like sponsor things like the Stand Snow Tube stuff, like just it's like hurling abuse at you without any vocal. It's like these signs are like, come on, like it's like
you signed up for this.
Things around the place. I'm like, you know what, that's been thought out, and like, big props to the marketing team for like getting on with that sort of thing, and just making the experience as a whole enjoyable, because at the end of the day, we're all in the pain cave together. And it's all about the experience and the friends you make along the way. And it would be safe to say that I've now got friends for life for doing it. So,
good job. What are you most looking forward to? What for 2026? Whaka 100.
what am I looking forward to? Getting it done. I just want to go across that finish line. I really want my participation medal. I just want that piece of metal to clink up on to add to my collection of stuff. But for me, it's become this chipping block in the back of my head that to get the Whaka 100 done, lose some weight in the process to get there, because I am 120 kgs and I'd love to shave 10 kgs off before the day, which I'm sure will happen. But if I get under 100, that'd be even bliss, because then I feel like my knees will love me.
Just makes your job easier. Like, it's a power to weight ratio game, like getting up the hills, isn't it? And it does help. But yeah, pretty cool. Like, you're on a pretty awesome journey, and maybe it was meant to be that you had to come around a second time, because that's good for your body, good for your head, and good to have that goal.
Oh, it's really, I feel like it's also like a low-key bit of a humbling experience as well. Like, it's like you got your butt kicked by yourself, and I need to go back and do it again. I need to get it done. I need to not walk so much where it hurts. Just drop in that grounding gear, just listen to the music, and just block out the world, and just keep going. Because that's what I know. That's one pain point I had in that. Where was I? 55k. About 55k is coming up. Just out of frontal lobotomy up that like steep road pinch into Tihi. That sucked. I was just like, but it's saying that though, even though it was a blistering hot day, a little bit of rain came, and I was like, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. It's so good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Thomas, I would have to say I'm going to give you. I was going to say give a percentage number. Like, I'm sure you're in the high 90s. I reckon you've got this. I'm feeling pretty confident after talking to you. There's a bunch of different ways that you're training different. The way your race day strategy as a result of last year, there's a bunch of different things you're going to improve upon. And I'm looking forward to seeing you across that finish line. It's going to be awesome. And but just keep enjoying your training and keep up the great work. And I really appreciate you taking time to share your story and share some learnings along the way as well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just I can just think about the end right now. I'm just like, I know my partner's going to be there, and she's going to have some chocolatey goodness, but also some savory bliss that I'm going to destroy. And I'm just going to get to that finish line. I'm like, hand me the salad. That's what I've been thinking about. Hand me the salad. It's gonna be good. She's great. Yeah. So no, I'm definitely good. Yeah, bring it on. Bring on this challenge.
Good job. No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, and what a legend. Look forward to seeing you on race day.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do it.
Good job. Well done. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks heaps.
No worries. Thank you.